invaded my privacy, attacked my wife.
Hunter Biden, the son of Joe Biden, and Joe loves this boy. You must know that. He really loves him. That's what they tell us on The View every day. He was on Capitol Hill yesterday explaining that everything going on with him and his business dealings and his father and a potential impending impeachment is really because MAGA is a bunch of crazy people.
For 6 years, MAGA Republicans, including members of the House committees who are in a closed-door session right now, have impugned my character, invaded my privacy, attacked my wife, my children, my family, and my friends. They have ridiculed my struggle with addiction, they have belittled my recovery, and they have tried to dehumanize me, all to embarrass and damage my father, who has devoted his entire public life to service.
Oh, God.
I just looked at Connor, my director. It's funny, everyone's body language right now, because I just looked at Connor and my director in the middle of that, and I always forget if you guys are muted, if we're all muted during these things, because look, Ron's crying. We were all laughing hysterically through that. Unfortunately, everyone was muted. I may have to change how we do that going forward. My favorite part of that, these MAGA people have impugned the character of the man who was looking for crack cocaine out of the carpet to smoke like Parmesan cheese.
Dave,
Ron, as a former...
How can you ridicule this man's struggle with substance addiction? That's really vicious of you. I can't believe it.
Ron,
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Ron. Go ahead.
Yeah. What exactly is the question? I mean, I can land anywhere on this.
It's just the sheer lunacy of everything. And no matter what light they shine on, why did this guy have a job at Burisma and he had no business working at an energy company, and who was he giving the money to, and the dad firing them? This is all just about MAGA, and they're being mean because, they're not paying enough for his artwork or something.
Mr. Chairman, as an Italian American, I resent your question about the mafia. This is just so transparent, and it feeds into the Yenta class, over at the View and those kind of nonsense people. I mean, everything is a game. Everything is a spin. Yeah. This is all his way of saying, I'm not going to answer questions that I'm legally obligated under a subpoena to answer, and that people have gone to prison, not only within our lifetimes, within the last several months, for not obeying. I'm a Biden. I'm separate.
I want to show you something else that's really just incredible. So the New York Times was covering the very press conference that Hunter Biden was having right there. And I want to show you, listen to Hunter Biden talk about his father's involvement or not involvement first. And then I want to show you the way the New York Times covered it. So check the video first.
I am here. Let me state as clearly as I can. My father was not financially involved in my business.
Now I want to show you something. Read the words that the New York Times put in their quote. You're going to have to pay close attention here. We're going to show you the video again. The New York Times, this is how they covered it. I am here. Let me state as clearly as I can. My father was not involved in my business. Now we're going to play the video for you again and see if you can figure out what word the New York Times left out of that quote.
I am here. Let me state as clearly as I can. My father was not financially involved in my business.
You see what the New York Times did there? They took the word financially out in the quote. So the average person reading the paper wouldn't see financially. Now, it might be true to some extent in the most sort of like strict legal sense that Joe Biden was not involved financially, meaning that he didn't write the contracts and everything. But was he, the contract that say got Hunter Biden the job at Burisma, but was he involved financially in the meta sense? Like, why did Hunter have the job in the first place? Of course he was involved financially. We know that. There are also financial records of Hunter Biden paying Joe Biden money, and Joe Biden then using some of the money to say, give Hunter Biden this freaking house in Delaware, and all of the stuff.